Tonight on the PageantCast, we have Jennifer Luna. She's Mrs. Texas United America. That's tonight on the PageantCast.
TKPN.
Welcome to the PageantCast, your home for beauty pageant news and interviews on the internet.
My name is Trisha Branson. I am Mrs. Midwest, and you're watching the PageantCast.
You sure are, and this is Tim Kretschmann. I am your host from the land of lakes and landfills, Muskego, Wisconsin. And boy, do we have a fantastic program lined up for you tonight, because in the green room, well, actually, halfway across the country, we have the beautiful and talented Jennifer Luna, Mrs. Texas United America. Hello, Jennifer.
Hi, Tim. How are you tonight?
Oh, fantastic. So glad I could get to talk to you. Now, where are we calling you tonight?
Well, tonight I'm at home in San Antonio, Texas.
San Antonio, Texas, a beautiful city. And now, is that where the Riverwalk is? Is that the right place I'm thinking of?
That's it. Riverwalk's right downtown, and right now it's covered up with our fiesta.
Okay, well, we have other things that cover our areas at this time of year. It's a little white stuff. You probably haven't heard of it. It's called snow.
No, it's been snowing a long time.
Fantastic. Now, I have to ask you, you are in Texas, and pageantry, it's like a religion down there. Can you tell us any stories about that? Is it really what we all hear in the Midwest, Texas pageantry?
I have to say, yes, it is. Yes, we like our big hair. We like our boots. We like our bling. So for the most part, yes, it is.
Well, I know when I came down there in the past, I came off of the plane, and the first thing I saw was a gentleman with a cowboy hat that I could have run laps around the brim and taken my weight down about 3 pounds. Unbelievable, but what a great state. Lots of fun while we were down there. Now, I have to ask you if there's been any past pageants that you've been involved in, or what we like to call here, pageantcedents. What else have you been involved in?
I have been in a few other pageants. I did, my very first pageant was Texas America. So that was a pretty big pageant to jump into the very first time.
Sure is.
I've done Beauties of America and also Today's International Woman. And then I can't even tell you how many times I've competed in United America.
Absolutely. Well, you've got the crown there for Texas. And now, is the main pageant coming up? When is that happening, the nationwide United America?
Sure. Our main pageant is June 21st through the 24th, and that's going to be our nationals.
Okay, and that's a couple of days. Where is it going to be held this year?
This year it's going to be at the beautiful Oasis, Lake Travis.
Lake
So,
Travis.
awesome. Mm-hmm.
Okay, for those of us that come from across the country, where's the closest airport to Lake Travis?
Austin.
Austin, Texas, which is a beautiful airport to come into. I'll tell you that. I've done that a few times. Fantastic. Now, is there a special deal that's going on for the pageant?
We do. Anybody who goes to the website or contacts Miss Annette, tells them that you saw us tonight on the PageantCast, she will enter you in the photogenic for free. So it's an optional that you'll get at no charge.
Fantastic. That is really great news. Now, and people should get right on that, because if you come back like 3 months from now, you need to get right on that right away, so that Miss Annette can get you that special deal for watching here tonight. Now, I see that you're involved in a lot of volunteer work. Can you tell us anything about what type of volunteer work you're involved in?
Sure. Anything that I can volunteer to do, I do. But I do love to work with the San Antonio Food Bank. I've been involved in the St. PJ's Girls Home. There's a Princess and Me event that happens every year for underprivileged girls, and it's really fun. It's really my favorite one. And also the Humane Society. I love the animals, so anything we can do there to raise money, help out. And then there's always other different events that come up in San Antonio that, if we can help out in any way, we do.
What have you learned from your volunteer work? Is there anything that has struck you as you've made your journey?
Well, I've learned a lot about myself, things that I didn't think that were possible for myself to do. I do. When it comes to hard work, we've helped build houses, we've served food, we've been in the freezing cold rain. You learn that we're really fortunate. My family's really fortunate, and I love to help other people that, need the help, want the help.
Now, as I recall, the United America Pageants has a lot of different phases of competition. And I guess my question to you would be, first of all, what's your favorite phase of competition? What do you enjoy competing in most?
Evening gown.
Evening
Of course, I'm
gown.
an evening gown.
Of course. That's fantastic. Now, United America, if I remember right, there's a photogenic, right? And
There.
I believe there's an optional for talent. Is that still going on?
It is. It's an optional, so it's not mandatory. We have photogenic. We do fun fashion wear, and we do not have to do swimsuits. So there are no swimsuits.
Fantastic. And for people to learn more about that, hold on, I got a fancy graphic. Let's see. There it goes. For people to learn more about that, they can go to www.unitedamerica.com, and you have that beautiful crown on. That's part of the United America experiences. They just have gorgeous crowns that are part of everything. But is that difficult to travel with? It looks kind of dainty, and you have to be cautious with it, don't you?
You do have to be a little cautious with it. I keep mine in a crown box, and try not to knock it off the dresser or be too rough with it. But they hold up pretty well. Have to be a little careful.
So you're in Texas, so you cannot go play football with that crown on, correct?
No, I wouldn't recommend that. But
It would be dangerous, I think. Are there any things that have happened to you during this year that you'd like to share with our listeners and viewers? Like any special appearances that you made that touched you more than others, or any special recognition, a funny story or anecdote, anything you'd like to share with us?
well, there's so many things. Like I said, I love the St. PJ's Princess and Me event. Those girls, they love to see queens. There's Disney queens, there's pageant queens, there's every kind of queen you can imagine. And I love to see those little girls when they walk in. They're so excited. They'll hug you, they'll dance with you, they'll eat cupcakes with you. And so that's truly my favorite event, is seeing those girls smile. And we just had our fiesta. It's going on as a 2-week event here in San Antonio. So we've done fiesta events almost every night last week. And just being out there and having fun, being with the community and laughing. And always it's lots of pictures, but it's really a lot of fun.
What has been your favorite type of appearance? Do you have anything that are coming up? Is it like parades or doing volunteer work? I know is very important to you. Working with kids. Is there anything that you like most out of an appearance?
I like the appearances that you don't necessarily have to wear a crown. That you can kind of get in there and get dirty. Maybe help if it's serving food, or dancing with the elderly people at the nursing home. I like to be able to get out there and not so much be a pageant queen, but just be a real person and enjoy the time that you have in the environment that you're in.
That is great. Okay. We have come to a segment that we don't always do, and I did not prep you for this.
Oh, no.
That's right. We have something that we like to do called the Fantastic Favorite 5. And there it goes. There it is, game show music going in the background. And what I'm going to ask you about, we're not going to do the game show version because everybody told me it's stupid. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through a few items here. and see what your favorites are of these things. Now, again, I didn't prep you, so you are allowed some time to actually think about your answers. Here we go. And I'm going to ask you about things that I'm very interested in to see if I have anything that I can actually respond to. Because one time I did, and I said, "Oh, what's your favorite type of flower?" And I had no idea what to say. So, so what's your favorite movie genre? Is there a type of movie that you like more than others?
Well, years ago, it used to be Disney movies because I have three daughters.
Ah,
So I did every Disney movie. But now my three daughters are a little older, and I have an 8-year-old son. So I do every action movie, every Marvel movie, every movie that comes out. We're there about 3 times a week. So
That-
if it's action, like tomorrow is Infinity War, that we will be there.
I have found I discovered Movie Pass, and that has made my movie addiction a lot less expensive. So I'm very happy I discovered that. But there are a lot of great movies for little boys right now with Marvel. And when I was growing up, it was like there was Superman with Christopher Reeve, and then it was 10 years until Michael Keaton played Batman. So it was like, wow, thank goodness for James Bond. That's all I have to say. What's your favorite TV show?
Right now, I don't watch a lot of TV in the evening, but I've been watching Roseanne.
Roseanne returning
yeah.
to TV after all these years. Yes.
It is. And so kind of, yes, like it, kind of no. So still on Sundays, watch Naked and Afraid, survivalist type stuff, like that one.
Great stuff. Now, do you have a favorite theme park or theme park type of ride?
Well, I don't like to do rides a whole lot, but I do love Disney World.
Disney
So I've
World.
been a couple times, and of course I love Disney World.
Okay, have you gone to the Florida one or to California?
Florida.
Florida, so they have 4 parks or something out there. Is there one park you like more than the others?
Just have been to the main one. We do plan to go back, of course, because Star Wars Land opens next year.
It sure does.
So that's where we'll be next year.
Yeah, it's a fantastic experience. And here's a little fun fact. There are more podcasts about Disney and Disney World than any other subject ever in the history of the world.
Wow.
If you're trying to research a Disney trip, it's like you have to pick your favorite 25 podcasts because that's how many there are. It's crazy. Absolutely insane. Do you have... Okay, that's 3. Do you have a favorite fictional character?
I don't think I do.
That's always a tough one. See,
Yeah.
for me, everybody gets sick of this. I always say it. My favorite is Chief Brody from the movie Jaws, played by Roy Scheider. I just absolutely love that guy to death. And it's not like he's over the top or, he faces his fears. And I think that's so noble. So I always have that one ready in the chamber.
Maybe is it Sandy D from Greece?
Yes, Sandra Dee, played by Olivia Newton-John, or if you watch the new live version, who was it? It was the girl from Dancing with the Stars. I wish our chat room was going to help me on this, but it's not.
So I do like from the original one, Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah, I do too. I really enjoy that. I heard on Broadway, Mary Lou... who is it? The redhead from Taxi. It's not Mary Lou Henner, is it? But she had played it at one time. I always thought that would have been interesting to see.
Right.
Okay. And, of course, this is my favorite question. What's your favorite horror movie?
Horror movie.
Yeah, it's funny. I don't get a lot of good responses on this one from pageant girls. But
I just saw the new one that just came out.
Quiet Place?
I forgot the name of it.
Quiet Place, right?
Quiet Place.
Yes,
Quiet Place. I liked this one because it wasn't too bloody. I was a little bored because it's really quiet.
Yes, it is.
But it was better than the ones that I've seen here recently.
It's a very good movie, and it's got some good scares in it. Now, the thing I want to do is go in to see that movie eating like potato chips in a really crinkly bag. I want to do that, but I don't want to be a jerk, but I really kind of want to do it. I have a feeling, though, I might be killed. And that I'm trying to do.
We should see what happens with that.
I see. I'm afraid. I'm a coward. I don't think I'm gonna do that. But that's always a good time when you can go see a horror movie and get scared with a lot of other people around. I think there's nothing quite as fun as that.
Right.
All right. Well, we are getting toward the end of the show. Now, one of the things I always like to ask for is your best pageant wave. So let me first set the scene. You are on the back of a convertible, and there are people on both sides. That's right. You heard me. This is a two-sided wave you have to do. There are people on both sides of the street. Let's see your best pageant wave.
All right.
Okay, that's the wobble. She's doing the wobble, ladies and gentlemen. That's a classic wobble. Wow, you don't often see a wobble quite that classic. That is spectacular. Great job with the wobble. We appreciate that. I have been seeing far too much of the hand grab lately. I appreciate a good wobble. Thank you so much for that. That was fantastic. Any last minute things you'd like to tell our viewers and listeners about your year of service, Jennifer?
No, not too much about my year of service, but I do want to remind everybody of our upcoming date, that the deadline to enter the United America pageant is May 26th. And we have categories for everybody. There's 7 different categories. So please go onto the website, take a look, and see where you fall in, and contact Miss Annette. You should do it at least once.
And thank you for saying May 26th, because some people might be watching this a little bit later, but it's about 1 month from the date that we recorded this that you have to get those things in, and get them in now, because you want to compete and have a great time. And United America, I can tell you, I've gone a number of times. It's a great pageant with great people out there. You're going to have a good time. If you've never been to Texas, you are going to see a great side of Texas by going with Miss Annette and the wonderful people that are participants in the United America system. Jennifer, thanks so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thanks, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Okay, and what we're going to do, I'm going to try a wobble. Let's see. No, I didn't do.
No,
See,
no.
I'm not good at the classics. See, I'm wiggling too much. Stop it. Okay, but we're going to say Tiara Dreams to everybody. So, Tiara Dreams,